Hi, my name is Jill McLeod, and I'm going to share a book with you and talk about my favorite parts. The story that I read is called Out of the Dust. It is a story by Karen Hesse, Hesse, and the publication date is 1997. To show you the copy of the book here. I was able to find this at my local library. And it was a very interesting book. The main characters in it are Billie Jo, who's a 14-year-old girl, and her parents. And they're living at a time during the Dust Bowl in Oklahoma, during the Depression. And it talks about all the struggles they went through and tribulations that they had. It was an interesting story because it was written in free verse poetry rather than a narrative type story, which was interesting at first. When I first started reading it, I was wondering how that was going to go, but the poems were very interesting, and they really captured what was going on with the characters and told the story, which is a really interesting way to read the story. It was an easy read, and I think it would be good for many ages, really upper elementary up through high school, and I enjoyed it as an adult too. So there are many different points in the book that really held my interest. The most interesting part was in the middle of the story, and just to pull part of it out here, where they have an accident with the mother and daughter. The father accidentally leaves a pail of kerosene sitting next to the stove, and the mother thinks that it's water, and she ends up pouring it, getting it on herself and on her daughter, which really has some serious consequences in the story, and is really a turning point in the story for both the mother and for the daughter, Billie Jo. And because of this, and the consequences that happen, the story, not only are they struggling with the issues during the Depression, but they have some family type issues as well. The story really gets into the theme of forgiveness and follows along with that. The part that I'd like to share with you, though, is at the end. The story, like I said, was a quick read, and as I was reading it, didn't really touch me so much until I really got to the end of the book. And I'm starting to question whether this is the part I should read. I might get choked up about it. But in the story, Billie Jo takes off and tries to find herself, I guess, and she comes back and meets up with her father. I'm not sure I can read the whole part, but the last part is looking at the forgiveness between father and daughter. As we walk together side by side in the swell of dust, I am forgiving him step by step for the pail of kerosene as we walk together side by side. In the soul of deep dust, I am forgiving myself and for all the rest. It really kind of sums up everything that happened in the story to this family. It takes place from 1934 to 1935, so it really digs into the era of Depression, or not Depression, but sorry, yeah, the Depression era, and it would be really good to use for any language arts or social studies class as well. I highly recommend this book. As you can see, very touching for me. I love historical fiction, so it's right up my alley. If you get a chance to read it, I definitely would. See you later. Bye.